Because you're just so soft.
So who cares if he got pregnant anyway? I mean, it's still a big deal.
No big deal? Do you really think that war is no big deal?
What? What are you talking about war?
Those, like how I is young and then
Well, you vintage.
oh yeah. So I
Thanks so much for calling my attention to that. Someone just chatted me that I'm sorry. I was not aware that my microphone was muted. All right, I'll quickly go back to what I've said. I think sometimes as teachers, when we enter classes, we happen to have our own schedule towards the end of the lesson. Maybe around 2 p.m. in the afternoon. Maybe they just finished, a lot of stress, maybe after PhD, these rigorous activities, and they are tired. How do we awake the interest of these learners in our classrooms? To do this, we have to make our assessment so stimulating. And part of the ways to do that is by putting fun in our means of assessment. When the kids are introduced to Kahoot, for example, for once, I can assure you, they will start asking you for more. They will start asking you when they will have the next session. It may be a bit tiring and bulky, time-consuming, setting things together, putting things together. As you can see, sometimes it involves using your time to browse and get related materials and put it to your taste and the rest. Rushing sometimes may not bring out the best of these assessment tools, but the kids are always looking forward to seeing this. Kahoot, some people believe it's mainly for the, or maybe it's more custom, it's better for the lower classes, but I see it as important for all classes. There's never been a time I used Kahoot and everybody won't be wowed, including the adults. As you will soon see, if you have tried not to smile, not to be, to cheer up before, maybe at the beginning of the class or in the first round, I think the opportunity to cheer has come with the Kahoot. So what is Kahoot? Kahoot is purely a quiz tool, but then it's an educational game. It brings so many other things in place, which I may not even need to tell you now until we get there. So I'll take you straight to how to go into Kahoot. I'm still waiting for some to join. Well, as you proceed to join, I will share a screen again. I'm sorry, Not getting the right screen here yet. Okay. All right. I believe we can see the screen I'm showing right now. I will, yeah, I go straight here. Now, this is Kahoot. This is how it looks like. And if you look at what is displayed there, this is Kahoot.com. I may need to emphasize something here. I may need to emphasize that, sorry, I'm coming. I may need to emphasize that there are two major sites we consider here, Kahoot.com, and then we have Kahoot.it. We have Kahoot.com, we have Kahoot.it. They are similar, but they serve different purposes. Kahoot.com is what you consider if you have to create a game, an educational game here. Then Kahoot.it is what to be considered when you have to play a game. So there are two ways. I'm sorry, some people are in the waiting room. I need to admit them in. So there are two ways of using the Kahoot. As it is, you will have to start as a teacher to create. So for that reason, we are going to Kahoot.com, and that is where we are. So for the first time, as you are coming in, you will need to sign up. And if you look at it, we have sign up for free. There are paid versions, which I may not recommend for you for now. When you have seen the free version and you desire something better, you can be thinking of paid version. Or maybe the school may do that for teachers. So let's look at the sign up for free. As a new user, we are going to go for that. We are signing up for free. You can click it here. You can click it here. But let's go to sign up for free. As a first-time user, you need to enter your Gmail account or any other one. It must not be Gmail. Like we said for the Google Drive, the Google quiz, information there are saved on the drive. But here, the information is saved on their own site, their website. So your information here doesn't need a drive. So when you are starting, they want you to choose an account. Our advice as a starter is choose a teacher. Okay, this is a teacher. You choose a teacher. And then they ask you, are you doing for school? Is it for business, for higher education? Okay, you can even say for school. Fine. Then they ask you the next question. You enter your email. Like I said, I just opened an account recently for us, for the group. Let me, okay, the account is August 2021 webinar. August 2021 webinar at gmail.com. And then the password. I'm entering the password right now. I'm sorry, I'm trying to permit some people to join. They are waiting in the waiting room. All right. For those that are joining, please do help me to put off your microphone in case it's not off, so that I don't distract others. So I'm waiting for the Kahoot to register me. Okay, it has taken me. I already have an account with Kahoot. So how do we go about creating game here? It wants to verify it's me. Enter it again, okay. I've entered that. So what happens next? It takes us to a page like this. It's loading. All right, I think it's coming up. It's coming up. So it is here. Now, when you get to this limit, this particular place we are, you have to be very careful. You may want to feel you've gotten to a place where you may not be able to proceed. Some people have said that Kahoot can no longer allow free version, and then you must have to pay. Actually, considering what you have to pay, you can see it's not even actually much. Nevertheless, the free version exists. So how do you go there? You come down to under the free version, you go to continue for free. So you click on it. This is what happens next. Still loading. Still loading. Sorry, this should be network factors. It will soon be there. It's loading. Yes, is it? So this is how Kahoot looks like when you've logged in. We've logged in now. So it gives us opportunity to start afresh. So this is how the whole page looks like. Like the Google quiz, you can equally design and then share. One beautiful thing about the sharing here is that it can be shared not only on a particular platform, on any platform where links are permitted, on even Google Classroom. Somebody mentioned Edmodo the other time. You can share the link there too for pupils to practice. Thank God we are in the world of technology and Nigeria is growing seriously into that direction. So how do we start? You come to create. You start by clicking on create because you are just about to create Kahoot. You can click on create here. You can come to create Kahoot here too. Let's start with create. You can also get it here, but then let's create. Okay, I click on create. What happens next? It's trying to boot, and then it takes me here. There are so many other templates that it can bring for us. It's just trying to load. Those ones are templates, and then there are some other ones you may do. But we still go to create. Watch, you've been clicking create for like 3 times. All right, what is the title of the Kahoot? You put it in. What title do you want? Once you click that, it gives you a kind of dialog box where you can enter some other details. I've clicked on it. What is the title? Let's call it again, August webinar. And then, do I want to describe it further? I can call it practice. I can call it Kahoot practice. I hope you know you can all use your own method. Now, when you are done, do you want to have a cover image? It's your choice. You may decide to leave it. You may decide to put a cover image. It's not necessary to put it, but let's just put something. You can always get your image from your store or your folder. So I will always recommend you have a folder for yourself where many of these things you need to be kept before you can pick one by one from there. You see, I can pick from the folder where it might have been saved before. You can equally pick from their own samples. Let's say I decide to pick this as my own cover page. Once you click on it, it appears there and it becomes yours. Now, what do I do? You can check The English, yes, okay. How do you want to save it? I prefer saving it in their website, Kahoot there. Then, do you need to make it public or private? Okay, let me leave it public so that when I share it, anybody out there can see. Then click on done. The title is set. The next thing is to start the questions straight away. This one, you click on the box and then you are free to type your question. What do I want to type? I may decide to go a bit into another subject this time. I can say 3 times 10. Sorry, 4 times 10. This might be as simple as my question may be. If you want to put picture or video or audio, this is where you can do that. I hope many of us are familiar with this symbol here to aid your question. Sometimes some children, when they see question, they find it difficult to process. But when you try to attach image or maybe sounds or any other visual, it can help them to remember or at least bring the memory from long-term memory to short-term memory. So that's my question. 4 times 4 equals what? Okay, I need an answer. Here, I have 4 options to select from. What do I want to put there? Let's say I put 50 there. A child may pick 50. What do I want to put for option 2? Maybe I put 40. A child may go for 40. For option 3. What do I want to put? Maybe 30. And then option 4. What do I want to put there? It's let's say 60. Now, before I move on, I want you to observe something with this Kahoot and also Google Quiz. They have one thing in common. As you are typing, is auto-saving. If you look at Google Quiz, somewhere around the top here, you also see that they kept writing changes saved, changes saved. The same thing is happening here, saved to my draft. So whether you intentionally save it or you don't save it, the saving is automatic. Now, this one will not need you to convert anything to required or not. It already makes it required. And then here, it allows you to pick a correct option. Okay, like now I know that 4 times 10 is 40, so I know this is my option. Okay, click on it, it marks it. All other ones become invalid answers. Then you can come to the left here and try to check. It's actually quiz type. Just as we have for the Google Quiz, you can try true or false question, you can try puzzle, you can try type answer, and the rest. There are many, but not all is available for free. Quiz is available for free, true or false available for free, but not all is available for free. Let's take note of that. So now, the time limit. Somebody asked the other time that does he have time limit? I mean the Google Quiz, and I said no, not for individual questions, except to try to remove the responses, and then it's not for individual. But here, there are individual time limits. You may consider the complexity of the question and then the age of the pupils you are attending to. So you may feel that they should be able to answer this question within 10 seconds. And especially when you are dealing with adults that can think faster, you can decide to reduce the number of seconds so that they can think faster. But one beautiful thing about Kahoot is it scores faster responses more than slower responses. So the fact that everybody get the answers correct does not mean you get the same points. It gives points more to those that finished earlier. So it trains speed and accuracy. So I believe you will know with me that these are the 2 things that are tested in most competitions that pupils attend. So you can then try to connect dots. Now, this 20 seconds is standard. You can always go for other options. If it's a tasking one, you can go for more minutes. You can make it 10. Okay, let's leave it for 10 because this is just about remembering multiplication table. I think it doesn't need to take a lot of time. Then, if you are done, you can leave it like that. You click on, okay, let's just duplicate this question to have more. Okay, that's question number 1. I want to have another. This question number 2. I decide to duplicate to make it easier. I'll just edit. This time around, let me say 1 plus 1 plus, sorry, 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 5 equals what? You may decide to put diagram like I said, but it's left for us to decide that. You can edit all the options too. What do you want the first option to be? You can say 30. Number 2, what do you want it to be? Okay, you can say 12. Option C. Okay, the third option, what do you want it to be? You can say 15. And then the last option, let's say you can say 25. You can then go and pick your right answer. This is my right answer here. And that makes the second one not an answer. So you have to uncheck it. You have to uncheck this. So that leaves only one answer. So one beautiful thing about Kahoot is you could discover that there are more than one correct option. So it can actually go for 2 correct answers. All right, this is the second question. I still want more question and I decide to duplicate again or go to add question. There are 2 ways of doing that. I may decide not to use mass this time. Let me say tiger is a dash animal. And we come here and write friendly animal. And we write wild animal here. And we write domestic animal here. I can write aquatic animal here. But I know domestic is not my answer, so I go and click on the correct answer, or what I perceive to be the correct answer. Now, I have 3 questions. We can go on and on and on and on and ask so many of these questions. But for the sake of our practice,
you still run that.
Hello? Okay. I may have to mute somebody. Please try to keep yourself muted to save our time. We can go on and have more questions. Now, if you watch, I've made all the questions 10 seconds, 10 seconds, 10 seconds. You can go back to edit. Okay, you may leave the first one. Okay, this is the first one. And leave it 10 seconds. You may go to the second one. Maybe they need to print a bit more. You may decide to add to the number of time there. I can make it 20 seconds this time. You may go to the next one, the third one. This one, they should be able to give me an answer within 10 seconds. If that is done or is okay by you, then you go to done and then you click on done. Done means you are no longer adding questions. And let's see what happens there. I hope you took note of something. Each options come in different colors. That gives you an idea that this Kahoot is more audiovisual than the Google quiz. All right, I have it here. If I should close up this page, I can reproduce it back anytime I wish. But this is it. Other ones, you can still create another one. It will be stored under library. Anything you create, when you click on the library, you find it there. Now, I have only one that I created. That is it there. So there's only one library. And it was created 8 hours ago. That's not correct. All right. So if you want to send it, you go to play for people to, attend. You go to play. When you get to play, there are 2 ways to go about this. When you go to play, there are 2 ways to go about it. It's either you use it for a teach or you assign it. When you assign it, you allow people to do it at their pace. If you're using it for a teach, you want plenty pupils to attempt it at the same time. That happens when you have people gathered in maybe in a hall, and then you want everybody to be part of the game. But for now, I go to assign. Let's assign to us, and right there where we are going to attempt this. When you're attempting it, it's actually called a challenge. Now, when do you want it to end? It should be completed latest by when? Okay, let's make it to be completed today, 14th August, and it should have been 12, but you can see it's not yet available. It's not available again. Let's make it 1 p.m. So by 1 p.m., this game will be over. Everybody can come and see what has been done. You will know your position. Are you first? Are you second? Are you third? 3 positions will be rewarded here. Now, I want you to look at something here. The number of respondents are, restricted. You can make it to be as much as 100, player limits. But of course, it involves subscribing. Paying. So that, like I said, when you have tried to check the free version, you may decide whether you want to go for the paid one or not. Now, if I have so many pupils attempting this and I don't want them to, whisper answers to themselves, I can check randomized answer order. So it can make my number 3 to be number 1 of another person. Do I want it to auto-generate nickname? If you don't want it, no, then you leave it off. That means the player will have to enter his or her own nickname by himself, so that computer won't have to suggest nickname for them. If you are dealing with pupils, especially in a more formal setting, you may need to tell them not to use nickname. Actually, Kahoot has been programmed to take nicknames, but you can tell them to enter their real name, perhaps the surname, perhaps the first name that can make you trace the pupil that attends each question. If not, you have to be, scratching your head trying to remember who is bearing tiger in my class. You may not know them by, such kind of names, and they can be crazy, the kind of names they bear sometimes. So you may emphasize that their real name or first name should be used. So then you go to create, meaning you are done. You've created it. How do you play it? You go to play. Now, if you look at it, there's no player yet, but they're giving you clues on how to play this game. Like I told you the other time, if you are playing, you go to kahoot.it. But when you are designing the game as a teacher, you go to kahoot.com. So we finished with kahoot.com. Now, if you look at this URL that we need to copy is for kahoot.it. So this is what you will copy and share with others if they must participate. Now, if we have our Android with us, I will share this and display it under the chat for us to click. Once we click on it on the chat or copy it at the chat and paste it anywhere and click on it, maybe even in WhatsApp, if you click on it, it will be available for us to use. I will share this one for us in the chat. At the same time, I will still allow it to be shared on the WhatsApp so that we can attempt it right here and then see what happens. Temporarily, let me stop sharing. Okay, let me just stop sharing and share it on the chat. Please, let's try to check our chat. I've shared something there. That's the link. Immediately you click on this link, you are connected to the game site. You don't need to enter email as a player, but as a teacher designing, you have to enter email. So please, let's try to check the link and click on it. Let's click on the link, please. Let's click on the link. Everybody may not be able to participate, but let's just have few that may be fast enough to start. Once you are there, the next thing you will need is a game pin. You will need a game pin, and that is what will be supplied next. Game pin. is what will be supplied next. Now, okay, game pane is what will be supplied next. Let's look at the game pane as displayed here. I'm going to copy it and then I share it again for the group. I go there again. Those that are not opportune to play the game should not worry. We are going to play a demo together very soon. We are going to play the demo together so that you can see how it appears on the student's point of view. Again, I will display the pane for those that have copied the link and click on the link. So let's try to attempt this. Let's try to attempt this. It's a challenge that opens for long, but I can end it anytime for us to view certain things. Let's have maybe just 2 minutes or 3 to attempt this. I hope some people are. Let me unmute us. We can unmute ourselves. We can unmute ourselves. Okay. We can unmute ourselves. Let's know who is making progress with this game. Please let's know who is making progress with this game. Has anybody been able to log in to this game? Please let's make attempts. This game is going to play some sounds. It may make you feel it is a video or audio that is sent. All right, somebody have attempted the game here. We can see that in the chat. That's interesting. That's interesting. I believe there will still be more that will attempt. I believe there will still be more that will attempt. I believe there will still be more that will attempt. Okay, let's assume we are not able to attempt. How does it look like on the side of the pupil? Let's play the game ourselves as a group. Let's play the game ourselves as a group. I have to unmute it for us to listen and react to some sounds. All right, I'm sharing again, and this is how it looks like again on the teacher's point of view. If you want to play it yourself, this is where you come. Play challenge yourself. Now, I'm trying to click on that. Let me still try to mute us again because it appears as if, okay, no problem, we still see it. I want to start. If I play the game, this is how it looks like. You will hear some sounds, some songs. That is exactly how it appears when I play. It's getting ready. Please don't miss this opportunity. Please listen and concentrate. The game is about to start. This is about to start. It wanted me to enter my nickname. That is what will happen on the student's point of view. I'm sorry, I have to unmute again. I have to unmute again. I have to unmute again, sorry, so that we can hear ourselves very well. All right, so the game is about to start again. Sorry, I have to mute again, rather. The game is about to start. It asks for nickname. Like I said, it's better we encourage our pupil to enter their first name or so. The name we can easily recall. So this is the name I call for myself. Then I go to OK, go. Now, the game is about to start. Please let's watch. It's going to come with some sounds. Don't be disturbed. It's part of the game. Don't be disturbed. It's part of the game. We need to know that each question is timed. Which is 4 times 10 is equal to what? You can see count down there. We have to be fast to pick our answer. I don't have to pick all correct answer. I pick that. What happens when you miss it? See what happens when you miss it? It tells you that nothing worth having comes easy. We missed that particular one. Now, we have to go to next. We can see the correct option. Okay, I went for 60, that's plus, 50 is wrong too. You can see that as I'm attempting this, I'm also having access to the correct option. Meanwhile, the time for the next question will not start counting until you click on start. So let's go to the next. I'm wrong, right? Let's go to the next one. Here's another question. Okay, look at something here. Before we move away from here, I want you to look at something. Some people have played. Look at the first, the second, the third, the fourth, the fifth, and the 10th playing right here. That's why I'm number 10. Now, what do we observe? You see, most of those ones you are seeing might have gotten the correct answers, but at different speeds. All right, let me go to the next question. So there is always a kind of scoreboard in between questions to make you review the work of others. So it doesn't matter whether number 1, number 2 are attempting, from different countries or different locations. As we are in this place, some are from Lagos, some are from Port Harcourt, some are from Para, some are from Esway. So it doesn't matter anytime they play it, we will see what others are passed, especially the first, maybe the top 5. So I can see I'm in position 10. I'm so backward, so to say. We don't use that word in the classroom. Let me go to the next question. You have to think quickly, and then the time start counting down again. Okay, 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5. My answer is 15. Okay, I click on it. 15. Am I right? Correct. But look at my points there, 689. I'm sure that maybe somebody somewhere among those that have attempted it before that was common than that. Let's check. This is it. Can you see? Lucy scored 1,888. I scored 689. Do you know we both got the answer? We both got the answer correctly, but there's a difference. Lucy is very speedy. Meanwhile, I'm not as speedy as Lucy. So that gives Lucy more points than myself. These are on-site assessments. There is still comprehensive assessment, which we call analytics, similar to what we have for Google form. Let's go to the last question. Tiger is a dash animal. Of course, I can be fast this time, though I decided not to. Okay, I got 575 points, but somebody else, again, must have scored better. Look at it, I've completed it. So I don't need anybody to tell me whether I still have more time to spend or so. I've completed it. But look at my position. My position is number 9. There are still some, after me, there are some before me. But we can see clearly that Lucy is topping the list. Then I have the next person, 2KVY, and then so on. Then we have Afolabi Moses is the 3rd. The link remains valid as long as the challenge is on. Now, if I want to end this challenge, it's always good to time it actually so that pupils can rush to finish it. But if I want to end it, I will simply go to where I created it and then I end it. Let me go back there to where it was originally. Okay, this is it. If I want to end it, this is where I come. I go to end now. Immediately you end it, what happens? There will be a season of celebration, and then the 1st, the 2nd, and the 3rd will be rewarded. The way we used to do in our school. How? Let's see. I want to end this challenge now. End it. Let's see what happened. Yes, end now. See, It gave me my score, 79%, play again, but that's not the main thing here. It won't be good when this, you see, how many players do we have? 13 people have played. How many questions? 3. Like I said, you can have our time to check the analytics. But this podium have to be viewed. As a matter of fact, your pupils, your learners, or your students will not like this challenge ending without viewing the podium. They want to know who will be the first, who will be the second, and who will be the third. So for that reason, let's view the podium and see what happens and the reward. This is it. This is how it looks like. So Afolabi Moses came third. Then 2KVY came second. And the number 1 is Lucy. So this is how it looks like. You can try to reduce the volume if you want. You can do any other thing you like. So this is as simple as this Kahoot looks like. And at this period, you see pupils will be happy. They'll be jubilating. They'll be rejoicing. That takes us to the end of the playing of the game. Let's go now to let's go now to the analytics. Let's try and check what has happened with others that have performed so far. Let's try to check on the teacher's end. How can we improve? How can we learn? You can go to the library. You are done with this. You can always get the analytics this way. You go to the ellipses again, just beside the game that has been completed. Even if it's ongoing, you can still get it. Again, you click, and then you go to the analytics would have been checked before I close the game. It would have been checked before I close the game. Let me, okay, sorry. Okay, sorry. This is it here. It's under reports. I can check it again here, under reports. So under reports, I can see my analytics. Let's allow the reports to load. It's loading. It's loaded. Good. Now I have my reports here. It told me that it's finished. Then I go to that same ellipsis. From there, I have access to download report. Once I click on it, it downloads the report and tells me, it gives me an idea of people that have attempted it and what they have done. Okay, it's downloaded. Let me try to open it. See how it looks like. It comes in form of Excel, Microsoft Excel spreadsheet. I'm trying to open it. So still trying to load. Immediately it loads, I'm going to share it for us to view again. And I will still try to forward it to our WhatsApp for views. Meanwhile, we can create our own at our own time. Right. So let me share that with us. Let me share that with us now. It's not it. It's another one. It's not this one. This was the previous one. I'm sorry, I'm still trying to show you. It seems not to be showing the details of the file. Okay, I have it here. Now, the the challenge just ended. This is the analytics. I hope you can all see this. It gives us idea of the date it was played. It gives us idea of who hosted it. It's actually putting the email there. Played by how many players, you see, how many questions. And then, we did not stop there. Let's try to scroll. Overall performance is there. Generally, we have an average of 84.62% as a teacher. You can use that to rate yourself. Have you done well? If incorrect options seems to have higher percentage, then you know you have to do another teach. Then it gives us an idea also about the questions missed and the questions gotten. For example, look at those that have done well and those that have not. Now, if you want to have, these are the questions there. If you want to have more comprehensive reviews, you come to final scores of each person, look at their names here and their scores, which ones are correct, how many answers did they get wrong, you can see. Okay, you can see now that Goody got one wrong, and then Peter got one wrong too, Victoria got one wrong, got all the three wrongs. So you may need to individually contact those ones and try to talk to them, explain further to them for better understanding. You can go to Kahoot summary. This is Kahoot summary. It comes with colors. The green means correct. If you see any other color, it means wrong. Look at it. This red means not correct. And then this zero, the one with R, shows that the person delayed to answer. If you are not fast, it will be time up. And time up means, you didn't get anything. So you can then check across board. Who are those that have done well? Who are those that have not? You can check. The names are still again on the left side. You can decide to print if you want for wider view. You may decide to send this kind of report maybe to your colleague in the department or faculty. You can share it with your management, maybe in online classes. You want your management to know how the kids are doing well or not. You want to show that you have reviewed the performance of the pupils, and then you need to do something different. With this, we've come to the end of Kahoot. I hope you find this interesting, as well as the previous one discussed in the first round. It's time for reactions. I'm sorry I've taken a lot of our time, but I will unmute all now so that we can react. Thank you so much. I hope you can hear me. I hope you can hear me.
Yes, sir.
Please, we can react to what we've learned so far. If you have questions, it's time to ask. If we have contributions, it's time. If we need to learn more, our WhatsApp group is still open for another 3 days. We can share ideas right there. Please, it's time for questions. Thank you. I hope our microphones are working. How do you see the Kahoot? How do you see the Kahoot? Do you find it easy, interesting, and maybe welcoming for your pupils, for your school, as a teacher, even for colleagues?
Hello.
Hello, I can hear you.
Okay, my name is Ken Victoria. Actually, I came across Kahoot. Good afternoon. I came across Kahoot last year during lockdown.
Okay.
But I couldn't really figure it out. I was just trying to figure it out. So I think for training, I think I'm okay now.
I can manage to hear partially. Okay, please go on.
I said I came across Kahoot sometime during lockdown last year, but I couldn't really figure it out.
Okay.
On the usage.
Okay.
So I just wanted to appreciate you and thank you for the training. I think I'll be able to know what to do with it now. Thank you so much. It wasn't really a question, it's just a compliment. Thank you.
Thanks so much. I really appreciate that. And there will still be a lot more to learn when you try to check the interface on your own. You learn more.
Okay.
And then the paid version
Thank you
have
so
more
much.
to offer. Thank you so much.
Okay, I'll try. Thank you.
Thank you. We are still taking contributions. Please be free to share ideas to add to some of our discussions. It's a two-way learning. We learn from each other. A good teacher is a good learner, I believe. That's my view about teaching. Some are typing. You can equally type if you so wish. It's allowed in the chat. Mr. Folabi, please go ahead. I can see your hands raised. Please go ahead.
All right, sir. Thanks so much for the training, sir.
Thank you so much, sir.
What I want to ask is that, is there any format in terms of application to mass, maybe that will actually be in form of game? For example, now in some, I've seen in English, they use something like chess. Although that one is physical in the class.
Yes.
To demonstrate some things.
Yes.
And also in maths, I also learned that there are some things like that, maybe application of those chess game. But when you're on this kind of platform, if there's something like that, that they may not actually have to do with figures, but it may be figure, but it should be incorporated into a form of game. But I don't know whether there is something like that on this platform, sir.
Okay. On this platform, yes, I've not tried it. It's possible maybe in the paid version. If I research on it and come across that, I will surely get back to you. Please.
All right, sir.
Mr. Foladu, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, please do remind me on the WhatsApp. I'll do findings on that and get back to you.
Oh, okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Please, there's room for more reactions. There are room for more reactions. If you have any problem running them on your own, please let's meet on the WhatsApp group again. We can do justice to that, and then we can reason together. Okay. Please, contributions. Hello? Hello?
I saw that just 5 candidates.
Top 5.
But I saw
about
13 years.
Top 5 were others were not shown. They're only showing me because I'm the one playing them top 5.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Someone is still raising up. Is it Mr. Kayode or okay. Please, we still want more responses and contributions, please. Do we conclude that it's easy to interact with and we can affect other functions in the class? We can interact with the sites and get better results. These are still room for contributions. Is already 1, and we may have to end the class anytime soon. All right. In absence of further reactions, should we conclude to meet on WhatsApp page for any areas of ambiguity that we may need to sort out? But for now, I think we can declare the meeting closed. Thanks so much for your time. It's lovely having you there. And we pray that God will give us reward on earth and also in heaven for this profession we have chosen. Do have a very lovely weekend.
Yeah, thank you so much. We quite appreciate.
Thank you so much, sir. And for the
Yeah.
certificates,
Thank
please, it will be
you.
sent to your
Fantastic.
WhatsApp, to your emails. The certificates will be sent to your email, please.
All right, sir.
Thank you so
All
much.
right.
Thank
You have a-
you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you. I
Bye.
appreciate you.
All right,
Bye.
sir. Thank you, sir. Yes, sir.